Your brother Andre,
Yeah.
the director, the one and only, who doing the social media platform, taking it to the next level. You were saying about, the elders, what you talking about?
Yeah, I was saying that, when you deal with Atun with an M and Atun with an N, Ray, you know what I'm saying? These two different beings, these are not regular human beings. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's caught up in this reality where they taught us when we was young and we was going to kindergarten that, we're the only beings on Earth, and all the other planets, there's no life or nothing. Don't think about life anywhere else. And that was a complete lie. And we was taught that from childhood. So it's ingrained in us as we grow up over the years to just think that, Earthlings is the only type of beings and that's it. Well, that's the old reality, you know what I'm saying? And it's no time to be trapped in that right now. So what I was saying is that these elders, these are, supernatural supreme beings that have been watching generation after generation on this planet grow and go through their processes and everything they've been experienced. So we, as, their children, we really, we want to change the world. We want to do great things like them, but we don't have the power. We have to, right now, we're in a process where we're being taught how to move up in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and gain the power like the elders. They want us to be in their image and after their likeness. You know what I'm saying? But our obstacle right now is sort of much falling in line with knowing exactly what they want us to do so we can align and get ourselves into that great power. Because other than that, we, what we just doing, we pretty much, we're just trying, and they say trying is failing, but that's what we pretty much doing. We just trying and trying over and over again. You know what I'm saying? But, I just feel like, deep down, it boils down to who has the power. You know what I mean? Who got the power on the planet right now? Most people is going to say that the Illuminati or the green or the red light got the power. You know what I'm saying? And these the Ashtar Command and the Draconians and different beings from different star systems that's manipulating life on this planet. That's who you would say had the power. But realistically, the team that we with, the beings of the green light, these are the beings responsible for the whole creation of this existence. So that's the real power. These beings were the original beings that the Illuminati or of the Amber Light, they came after the original beings of the green light.
Right.
So these were the ones that felt inferior. You know what I mean? They felt like we can't be as good as them, so we're going to do our best to say we're the best. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to just reiterate what you were talking about, and them they're copying us, meaning that a lot of the beings that's ahead in the game right now, as far as production, with media, with music, with technology, they had hold of the Akashic records. And they was able to look into the future to see what the world was about to, be. But with us, so what all it is that we've already done it. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to see what they did with take what they created, because a lot of us aren't from this realm or this planet. You see, we were put down here to save the beings that's here already. So what we got to do is learn their system of how they do things here and make them better. You see, you kind of get what I'm saying? So it's like, they had access to the best film equipment, so therefore they can make $100 million movies. You see, they had access to the best processor for computers, so they're able to monopolize that industry of technology. So we're taking what they've already created and already put together. You see, and they cheated to get a lot of that stuff. They were giving it to about outer space beings, or they found them on spaceships. Or they was able to find it in bunkers and all around the world, not just Egypt, but anywhere all over the planet. So they took this energy or this information and just applied a system around it and put it around the world. So now we're here as the new leaders, as this one world is ending, it being the current system that we're in, meaning that not like it's going to be like a catastrophe, this and that. It's going to be more like the bank's going to fall, more people are going to be laid off. And people are going to feel like it's the end of the world. You see what I'm saying? Because they're losing their house, they're losing their car, they're losing their family. They feel like the world is over, but it's really not. Everything is okay. You just don't have that illusion of a security that you thought that you had. You know, that was only an illusion. And now you got to go out and build your own and create your own. And we're a unit of organized beings that believe in sound right reasoning or standing behind the truth and living on the truth. You know, because truth is love. You see what I'm saying? If I trust you enough, you know, to love you, I'd rather work with you than work with some people that I don't know nothing about. Or like, you know what I'm saying, some people that from a whole other circle. Because a lot of times now when you do business with people, you do business with them, but then they'll sue you in 6 months or 3 months. And they mad about something that happened. And now you're in a lawsuit. Like, how did I get here? You see what I'm saying? You maybe have to lose your business. So I'd rather deal or you know, work with people that's of like minds. You know, that's why a lot of cultures like the Muslims, they able to do well. They work with a lot of other Muslims because their trust and their bond is built. You know, same thing with like a lot of Seventh-day Adventists. You know, same thing with like a lot of Mormons out of Utah. They work together well. You know, then they run for presidents and they run for senators and Congress. So the same thing with our family. We got to build up OSOICE to where that we were doing business and working together. Not saying that we're not going to not still be in this world, because we are. You see, but our associates, people we can like call and had to answer the phone. You know, somebody to talk to, somebody to get ideas from. You see, can work with. You know, and I know that you coming from a place of truth. You know, because we believe in the same fundamentals, and we don't want to steal, lie, you know, do evil. We want to go about it doing our best and staying on the right path. And then the rewards will be awarded to us, you know, from the heavens. But we got to first learn this game that we're in now. Learn it, take it over, and take it to the next level, and then they're going to bless us with more and more. So, yeah.
Well, you know what I realize is that beyond people's religion, nationality, and their race or their creed, there are good people out here with good hearts. And the problem is all the good people with good hearts don't know how to work together, because in this kind of world, it's like you can't really trust anybody. And nowadays, nobody wants to trust anybody. This is just a natural way to be here on earth because it's so wicked. You know what I mean? Like, for 6,000 years, the forces of evil have been ruling the planet, and everybody just take that as the norm. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem right there. They don't realize that there's a 6,000 year period where evil is ruling, and there's a 6,000 period where good rules. And nobody is really aware of the fact that there is that process in the cycles of nature where the forces of good rule. And it's it's the total opposite of where it is now. Instead of everybody as their first inclination wanting to not trust somebody and everybody feel like strangers, the whole world is different. You feel comfortable. You know what I mean? You could travel from place to place and feel like everybody has a love for each other. You know what I'm saying? That's that heaven on earth vibration, which is kind of like fantasy for most people, because we've all been born into a cycle where it's been 6,000 years of the evil forces ruling. So we don't know what it's really like to, you know what I'm saying, to have it how it's supposed to be. But the closest thing we had to it was Tam-Re. Because when you go to Tam-Re, that vibe that you got was it was sort of like the beginning of that cycle where good rules and the forces of good rule. But like I was saying, you know, there's a lot of good people in different cultures and different nationalities that they want to live in a peaceful world and want to get along with everybody. I noticed that the people are there, and there's millions of us. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we don't know how to work together to do things because of the negative forces that's been sort of narrating the story for so long now. So you know,
but the reason being is that on TV too, they see, like, you're watching all TV programs. They're teaching us how to get away with murder. They're teaching us how to kill. They're teaching these ladies how to, you know, to be in the game and finesse their way to the top. With that show, Scarlett, with the president, you know, but like she wore, like, what was it? The show, it was on about 5 years. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think so. Scandal. Yeah.
I'm saying, but they always leave the part out that the president was sleeping with his wife and sleeping with her too. You see what I'm saying? They leave that part out. They don't tell the kids about that part. But that's like #1 show on TV, so they educate you how to be a devil from the TV. So we gotta like put stuff out there to change the views of how things are. We gotta put more positive images out, more loving images. You see what I'm saying? Of that want to show us in a good light. Because they always speak about saying forefathers of the past, but we got a whole lot of, you know, forefathers, elders in this, you know, that been on Earth that done did some miraculous stuff that we don't even have movies about. Like the whole Marvel comics, DC comics, that stuff come from our old stories that they don't rearrange and put different titles with. Yeah. Those powers and those weapons and, like, you know, how those beings interacted, they got that from old stories, or being able to tap into the Akashic records, right. Or, you know, being able to do research enough where they can be able to tap into it and create a story around it and then put it out there to the masses and make money off of it. So we got to do the same thing, but telling a different story, a better story, a more loving story, you know, something that really that people can relate to. Now, everybody is fucking petrified and terrified of what's going on. Then you got the stuff on TV now. It's out there in the real world now. It's on every channel, somebody getting shot, somebody getting poisoned, stabbed. Then the news, all they do is news talk about it. Like they keep talking about these masks, this and that, but you never see Donald Trump with one on.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You'll never see Dana White with one on. Dana White running UFC. They all plugged in, but it's love though, man. They had their game here, they run with it. You know, now it's the new leader's time.
Well, you know, I think that usually for people to start working together, like on a massive level, is when you got like when they don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? When like a storm comes through and wipes out a whole community, then everybody in that community, they don't have no homes or nothing no more. So they got to work together, you know what I'm saying, to sort of like put things back together in their own way. And they have to. They don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? It's usually situations like that where people are forced to work together, you know, and
or COVID-19.
Right, yeah, that too. Yeah, exactly.
Niggas gotta work together now. Like, what the fuck? Oh shit.
Right.
You got no choice because it's in your face.
Right. Right. Look, so, you know, maybe this would be an opportunity for that because you know, I feel that
that's what he meant by it, you know, in crisis their opportunity. People looking at it as a bad way, but it's really like we're looking at it, we're able to restart. You see, for example, like, you know, Drake and Joe Budden working together now. You see what I'm saying? Drake, I told you about this last night. But Joe Budden got 6 diss tracks against Drake. They don't get along. They probably hate each other in real life. But because they both need each other in this nobody buying records no more, nobody buying music, they get it all online for free. You see on YouTube, so they're like, why pay for it? So now Drake and these other artists are getting desperate. They're trying to get those revenue streams because before they can go on tour, they could do 10 cities and make $30-40 million. Now they can't do that. So now they can't sell these records no more. So now they got to work with people they don't even like, just to be able to get some attention or some more likes. They getting desperate. Like you said, the desperation forces people to work together. Look at what happened with that. They desperate, so now they having to work together. You just spoke on that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that people, there are some good, genuine people out here, you know, but they just got to realize that it's time to move as one. You know, we got to get as a whole, as just humanity as a whole, we got to, you know, buckle up and come together and move as one, because that's the only way that we're going to create the kind of world that we want our children to live in, you know, and we have that in common. We all have, you know, a vision of having a better world for our future generations and not a world controlled by evil. And, you know, that we can't keep ignoring the fact that this was a 6,000-year cycle of evil that was been ruling. You know what I'm saying? That came through the teachings of ATUN-RE, Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? Like, that cycle right there is something that's key. It gives you the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of what's right now. Why have we suffered for 6,000 years and gone through what we've been experiencing? And, you know, and it's all been explained, you know what I'm saying, through the knowledge. So it's good to know that this cycle is over. That's a fact. The cycle is over, and now we're in the cycle of the sun, the gold cycle. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time where we come into power. So like like the masters say, what we got to do is stay out of their way and get us into the force of coming together as one. And really, man, like I said, there's good-hearted people all over the world, man, and it hurts me to see that.
Most of us are good. I'm telling you, it's because of the movies and what they putting out there. And download. It's like every year the movies get more and more scary. Now they're trying to make more like Nubian films where they're very violent. Like the movie Get Out. Get Out? But now that director, he's doing something with like that's even like more like psycho chaotic, you know, and they open up them channels to allow demons to be inserted. Then that demon grows once it's inside of you. It's like they're using alchemy, but bad alchemy.
Right.
And that's the thing. So that with us, because that's why like you, or me and you, we speak on a day to day, and anytime ATUN-RE want to get us on the line, you know, you always there. And but you working too, like you working on OSOICE. You see what I'm saying? Like you helping to take it to the next level, like through your actions. I don't have to hold your hand. You picking up, you know, we see where we leaving off at, what can be worked on, and you taking initiative and making it happen, and then like you being rewarded from it. I know you being blessed on all kinds of different levels.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this whole walk is amazing, man. It's like I think we really take for granted who we are and our power. You know, it's like it's sort of like an amnesia kind of state. We're kind of like in a sleep state still. But when you wake up and realize who you are, you're gonna blow your mind.
Exactly.
That's the jewel in the end. That's the jewel at the end of all the madness. You know what I'm saying? When you finally wake up and you realize who it is you are, you know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, okay.
Right,
you know what I mean?
And with that said, but they trying to destroy us because you know we're in a caterpillar stage. And then you know we're becoming a butterfly, but you don't know you're gonna become a butterfly. So if elders like ATUN-RE, he's here giving you the knowledge, giving you the truth you need to be able to make it to your butterfly stage, so you can like open up and be like fly how you're supposed to be, become who you're supposed to become. Because we're only catching up to ourselves. A lot of us are great; it's in us, but you know through this thing they created called doubt. Like doubt is like a devil invention. It's like your second thought. That's why ATUN-RE teaches us it's not your first thought. Your first thought is the best thought. But it's that second thought, that's a demon. That's a demon called doubt. So these evil beings, they sit around and wait for you to be, your consciousness to be low, or for your vibration levels to be low. When they see that, they add fuel to the fire and make it worse and worse. So they're making that doubt grow and grow to a point where you don't even want to do it. Like ATUN-RE said, he always tells us that we're not afraid of success. No, we're not afraid of failing. We're afraid of success. We failed so many times, we done got used to this shit. So like, we're afraid of success. We know it's gonna fuck up. Like we know it's not gonna work. We know something's gonna come up. The devil's gonna get us in the way. We're gonna stop doing it. Gonna get unenthusiastic about it, and it's gonna, you know, not transpire the way we envision to transpire. But we got to stick to the goals, stick to the fundamentals, and just keep working at it, and it's gonna work out. And now we have each other. We can help work with each other to get that destination. And ATUN-RE is where anybody should be. It'd be an honor speaking with him. A lot of niggas now ain't talking about nothing. Like even with these hip hop things, man, with the song, what they do when they do the hip hop battles on IG Live.
What, the challenge?
Yeah, like these music channels. What do they call it? Yeah. What do they call them?
They make it up as they go along.
But yeah, the so-called challenges, and it's like they remind you all that bullshit they put out in the world, and you're like, oh, it's your fault because after that song right there came out, everything went bad. But them dudes, like, that's all they still lean on to talk about, to put out there. We're on a whole other school of science, a whole other level of stuff, of connecting the dots on a higher vibration. But it's still them lower vibration of that corny music that had, it was hot then, but a lot of times if you play it now, you don't even remember. It was like a one-hit wonder, or it came and went. Because good music, like, you know, like Marvin Gaye, you know, like John Coltrane, you know, like Phil Acoustic, James Brown. You play that stuff right now, you gonna bob your head to it. Like it's like it's 50 years old, 60 years old. You know, you're like, man, that shit sounds good now. Because you know the artists then they just took it more serious, and now you got this bubblegum music. They got to remind you of it. It ain't even going away that long. But then you hear the song. Oh yeah, I do remember that song. it had completely been removed from your brain. Like that's how bad it was. It didn't even. It had a way. It didn't have a home.
Right. Right.
Your body didn't like it. It kicked it out. But now, because of the food is bad, the music is bad, our surroundings is bad. You give birth to a child, like they liked all that bad stuff that you was liking growing up. So yeah, man. Let's probably close out this call, man. You got anything you want to close with?
Well, I was just thinking about how, you know, getting down into the essence, like getting to our pure essence beyond the physical body and physical reality. Like there's a part of us that is untainted. You know what I'm saying? Because it's intangible, it's invisible, and it can't be like affected in any kind of way. And that essence of us is never go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's, through all the muck and the mire, through all the pain, trial, and tribulation we go through, it's like there's an inner part of us that's not physical, that it transcends the physical, and it's the strongest part of us, and it's the part of us that we all need to be in tune with right now, because it's something that's firm. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's dealing with your own self. So it's a personal thing, you know, when you get in tune with the true essence of self and the part of you that is beyond just, you know, the physical, which is limited and is temporary in a sense, and it's fragile. It can be hurt. It's like you get to a place where, you know that what we're trying to do can be done, because we're more than just flies on the wall, or, you know, moths on the wall that you could swat, you know what I'm saying, with a fly swatter. You know, we really have significance in existence. So once we all realize that, you know what I'm saying, this new cycle that we're entering, man, it's going to flourish. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And I want to see it. So I'm going to do my part to keep pushing this into manifestation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's time, man.
Oh, and they're waiting for the new leaders to stand up, because let me say something there. Like Amazon and Apple, that you can't become a company that on that scale of magnitude without extraterrestrial help. Like Apple got $600 billion in the bank that they don't even touch.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They have an extraterrestrial help, and that's fine, you know. But it's our turn now. You see what I'm saying? It's like we're the new leaders, and OSOICE is a family that's going to take it to the next level. You see, so you see where I'm going at this, right? They giving us extraterrestrial help so we can actually do the work part of it, to establish it, to make it manifest.
Right.
So that's where we at with it right now, man. I'm gonna leave it at that, though, big bro. I think that was Hootie talking in the background, or somebody telling me I'm saying too much, or to say part two. But yeah, big bro.
Okay.
Yeah, we getting there.
Okay, indeed, man. Let's keep pushing.
Love you much.
All right, love you too, bro.
All right, shout it out.
Shout out.